Friends in the Dhamma, today I wish to speak about a question that many thoughtful Buddhists ask. If the Buddha did not write anything, how do we know his teachings today are accurate? Has anything been lost? This is a profound topic because it touches the very heart of our confidence in the Dhamma. Why the Buddha did not write anything? During the time of the Buddha, writing was not the primary method of preserving knowledge. India was a highly oral culture. Great teachers, philosophers, and poets all relied on memory, not manuscript. The Buddha chose this method deliberately. He thought in a way that was rhythmic, repetitive, structured, easy to memorize. Phrases such as this is suffering, this is the cause of suffering, were designed for oral retention. The Dhamma was meant to be heard, reflected upon, and realized, not merely read. After the Buddha's parinibbana, the Arahant disciples gathered for the first council. This was not a casual meeting, it was a gathering of 500 fully enlightened beings, each with perfect mindfulness and memory. At this council, Venerable Ananda recited the Sutta Pitaka. Venerable Upali recited the Vinaya Pitaka. The Dhamma was confirmed collectively, word by word. This was the beginning of a remarkably disciplined oral tradition. For the next few centuries, the teaching were pursued by a specialized group of monks, each responsible for memorizing a specific section, reciting daily, cross-checking with other groups, ensuring no deviation occurred. This was not ordinary memorization. It was a sacred duty performed by monks who dedicated their entire lives to preserving the Dhamma. The teachings were eventually written down during the Fourth Buddhist Council in Sri Lanka around the 5th century. Why and then? Because a famine and war had reduced the number of monks. There was a fear that the oral tradition might weaken. So the Sangha decided to write the teaching on palm leaves in the Pali language, using the Sinhala script for that time. This became the Pali Canon or Tripitaka, the most complete and oldest surviving record of the Buddha's teaching. The Tripitaka consists of Vinaya Pitaka, first one, rules and discipline for monks and nuns. Second, Sutta Pitaka, discourses of the Buddha, including Digha Nikaya, Majjhima Nikaya, Samyutta Nikaya, Anguttara Nikaya, and Khuddaka Nikaya. Third one, Abhidhamma Pitaka, the analytical philosophical teachings. This structure was not invented later. It reflects the same divisions used during the First Council. How accurate are these teachings? Scholars, both Buddhists and non-Buddhists, agree on several points. The Pali Canon is the earliest complete record of Buddhism. Other traditions such as Sanskrit and Chinese canons contain similar teachings showing a shared ancient source. The oral tradition was extremely reliable because monks memorized in groups, recited daily, cross-checked constantly, preserved with devotion, not for profit or power. The core teachings are consistent across all Buddhist schools. Teachings such as the Four Noble Truth, the Noble Eightfold Path, dependent origination, the three characteristics, the five aggregates, the cultivation of Sila, Samadhi, and Prajna. These appear everywhere unchanged. This consistency shows that the heart of the Buddha's message has been preserved with remarkable accuracy. Has anything been lost? It is natural to wonder whether some words or stories may have disappeared over 2500 years. But the real question is, has the essential path to liberation been lost? And the answer is no. Why? Because the Buddha himself said, whether Tathagatas arise or not, the Dhamma remains. The law of impermanence, the law of suffering, the law of non-self. The truth does not depend on manuscript. It depends on direct realization. Even if a minor phase or story change, the core teachings, the path to Nibbana, and the practical training remain intact. The living Dhamma is preserved not only in books but in the Vinaya discipline, the meditation traditions, the Sangha lineage, the lived experience of practitioners, the unknown chain of teachers and disciples. As long as there are people who practice mindfulness, loving kindness, and wisdom, the Buddha's teaching is alive. So, dear friends, the transmission of the Dhamma is not a story of loss. It is a story of care, devotion, and remarkable preservation. From the Buddha's own voice to the memories of Arahant, to the recitations of generations of monks, to the palm leaf manuscripts of Sri Lanka, to the printed book and digital texts we read today. The Dhamma has traveled across centuries with astonishing purity. Let us honor this sacred heritage not only by studying it, but by living it. May we practice the path of virtue, concentration, and wisdom. May we realize for ourselves the timeless truth discovered by the Blessed One. May the Dhamma illuminate our lives and guide us towards liberation. Triple J bless you. Thank you very much.